The Champ used to be the perfect beginner plane at just $99. Now it's $150. Same plane, same features, but a much higher price. Today we're going to find out if it still holds up to its legendary reputation. Included with the ready to fly setup is the transmitter, which we have seen on a lot of models from HobbyZone and Horizon, as well as the airplane. It comes in the box just like this, no assembly required. Interestingly enough, they still have the same battery mounting method on the bottom with no hatch. It's just a little bit of light Velcro and a hope and prayer to keep that battery in. And then you're dangling wire down here as well. The battery is a 150 milliamp hour battery. Wire landing gear as well, and it does have flight stabilization built in. Let's fly. See that? If there's the slightest breeze, you have to hold the wings still so it thinks it's calm and it can actually bind. We thought it'd be fun to visit the Champ because I'm sure that this holiday season, we're gonna see people walk into a hobby shop and pick one of these up. This is kind of at that pretty much you're burning a hole in your pocket, you wanna learn to fly, and this is the cheapest thing that's in the hobby shop. So with that being said, thousands, probably tens if not hundreds of thousands of people have learned how to fly on the original Champ. I was surprised to see this re-release, hoping that maybe it was upgraded, like brushless, or possibly had ailerons, or high details on the fuselage, or something to really bring a fresh breath of air and life to this plane. So to see that there haven't been any major changes other than the price hike, I was a little bit surprised by. Does that mean it's not a good airplane? I don't know yet. We're gonna find out as I continue to fly this in this video. It might be a wonderful airplane, and for a hobby shop, 150 bucks is probably as cheap as it's gonna get for something that's ready to fly. So if you're the type of person that just likes to walk into a hobby shop and buy something without really thinking about it much or whatever, that's probably where this one's going to fall. The person that does a little bit of online research and seeing what other options are available out there, it's going to be hard for this to stack up to. So anyway, let's do what it's best at, which is kind of slow flying. I'm going to get it just right here close to the camera. We'll see if we can do a slow pass. It is struggling in this breeze a little bit, but also it's just kind of fun to fly in wind. Now, if you're wondering what that tag is hanging down below, that's actually just for the wire off of the Champ itself where the battery plugs in. If you take that little tag off, which would help improve flight performance, and I would recommend doing that, you actually very easily lose the wire that the battery plugs into the fuselage, and it's very hard to fish it out. So for me, I sacrifice a little bit of flight performance over future frustrations of trying to fish that wire out. So that's why that little wire's dangling down there. That tag, actually.
Are you twitching it?
No, that's like wind or something.
Oh, okay.
Little light gusts of breeze. It's like 2 mile an hour breeze right now, and it just seems to be kind of rocking around. Guys, remember, this is really advanced technology in its time a little over a decade ago when it was first announced, and it held true to teach a lot of people to fly for at least 5 or 6 years, and it was on the market for like 8 or 9 years. This was a very long-lived airplane. It's fun and nostalgic to see them bring this back. And yeah, fun and nostalgic, I think is the best way to describe it. Let's see if we can take it into high rates now. We click the right stick, and actually that might have locked it into lower rates. It might have started in high rates, which does happen sometimes. I feel like that's more sluggish. Let's hit that again. Yeah, it definitely starts in a higher rate. So when you click the right stick, it seems to stabilize it a little bit more, which I was not expecting. So we're not going to be doing any loops or anything on this. Although, no, we click the left stick and I think we can, yeah, we turn off the flight stabilized mode when we click the left stick. So that's nice. Okay, let's go for it again. So we're in high rates. We're going to do a loop, full throttle. That's a nice loop. Hey, it does a very great loop. That was nice and clean. For a 1S battery airplane, you really can't complain. Here we go one more time. Nice clean loop. Oh yeah, that's great. Perfect, really. So this is a brushed motor setup on a 1S battery, 150 milliamp. You know, like, it's a great airplane for someone wanting to learn to fly. And like I said, if your only option is to walk into a hobby shop and pick it up and you know, start flying, you're gonna have a pretty good experience. Another nice thing about HobbyZone and Horizon Hobby in general is that they do oftentimes have parts support available. So if you crash it, what you think is beyond repair, you should be able to pick up spare parts for this to repair it and keep flying it. Not that other brands don't offer that service, but Horizon Hobby is probably one of the top 3 that tries to carry parts support for their things. Okay, let's go for a nice touch and go. Hey, that was pretty clean for a little airplane. And we'll bring it around for a couple more passes, then we'll take it in for a landing because I'm sure our battery is getting low. All right, we'll come in for a nice smooth landing. There's full throttle, by the way. And we'll ease off the juice here. Look at that, with a little breeze at the nose of the airplane, you couldn't ask for much better. Good landing. Got those little micro servos. I'm going to turn those off just for the sake of everybody's ears. So, as the original Champ, this is a solid airplane. It's just, when they said throwback, they threw back to the original technology and everything. I'd like to have seen something different enough that was still like a respectful throwback to the original Champ, but a higher performance. Because when you're talking about a throwback, you're talking about guys that learned to fly a decade ago. Now we hope that everybody's advanced a little bit more. So when we see, like, let's say they did a UMX Champ, right? They could have charged $199 for that and really justified a brushless setup, 2 or 3S power, but make it look like the Champ so that you have that throwback-esque excitement for us. It's really a brand new airplane with a throwback skin and design. I think that would have been a massive home run, and in my opinion, a missed opportunity to get that new plane plus throwback nostalgia. But what we have here today is a remake of the original Champ at a higher price point, and it's a good airplane, but it's harder to get excited about that, especially when we see things like just Scotch tape holding the fuselage together. So just little things like that make me a little hesitant to get super excited about recommending this to someone. Now, Abby noticed when it was flying, as she was getting the camera ready, she's like, it's a little extra twitchy, isn't it? Well, this is extremely lightweight, okay? It's a very lightweight airplane, so any little gust of wind, I'm talking a breeze, is going to drastically affect how it flies. So you need to bear that in mind if you really are a new or first-time pilot looking to pick this up. Don't fly in any wind at all. You will struggle. Now, if you're still excited about this because maybe you missed out on the original Champ and you just gotta have one sitting on your shelf because of the cool old look factor or something, we'll have it linked in the description box below. Know that using that link does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you, but also be aware that there are other options out there on the market that come in at about half the price and relatively the same performance and exactly the same size. We'll have one of those on our channel, if not already, very soon. I want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with the time and ability to jump in front of the camera and share this experience with you, but also to let the world know that we are so grateful to Him for His blessings, all the experiences we have from the start to the end of the day, just the people that are in our lives, the new opportunities that we have approaching our channel and just our life in general. We're so grateful to Him and everything that He does for us. Last but certainly not least, I want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. If you love small, ready-to-fly RC planes, maybe you're shopping for the perfect one for you, we'll have a hand-picked video popping up right about now just for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there. Bye!